Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the second lineup of X Factor. We're going to talk about the Havok team. X Factor is one of those X series that I just really loved. The first lineup was actually the original X-Men. Here we have the original team. We have Beast, Cyclops, Iceman, Archangel, Jean Grey, Marvel Girl. And the whole idea is that actually they would pose as these guys that would hunt down mutants. They would work with the government, but actually secretly they were taking these young mutants in to help save them and protect them. Now, with this particular lineup, X Factor is going to work with the government. They're going to deal with mutant problems and give them mutant solutions. and the United States government and the liaison that's going to work with the team, who is Valerie Cooper, that they're going to try to be constructive with these mutants, try to make things work. And the lineup, oh man, I just really love it. So here's from my Marvel trading card, the Jim Lee X-Men series, which I really loved. We have Strong Guy. This is a really fun and lovable character, somewhat of comic relief of the team. Quicksilver, he's everyone's favorite and lovable asshole. He's Wolfsbane, a character that I just never thought to be too interesting. And she's going to sort of have a weird relationship with Havok. Polaris, she's the heavy hitter of the team. She's always been Havok's girlfriend. Havok, who is actually my favorite Summers brother. I like Havok much more than Cyclops. And Multiple Man, another pretty interesting character. I love his power set. It's pretty interesting. He's also a pretty funny character. His dynamic, especially his exchanges with Strong Guy, always a lot of fun. Marvel Series 3, basically we have the same team. And what I wanted to share with you guys, because I have some of these old school character sheets. So here we have Havok. I don't have the whole team. I only have Havok and Strong Guy. So we have, this is a design for the 90s. I do like his original costume a little bit more, the one with the thing on his head, with the metal thing on his head. But this one was actually also pretty cool. And back in the day, this thing on the head, like this weird head sock, was really popular. I thought it was really cool too on an aesthetic level. So you would see a lot of characters having this. So this is the basic design for Havok. And what I really wanted to show you is Strong Guy, because the guy was really deformed by his power. He's like gigantic in size. I really love this this design of Strong Guy is my all-time favorite. And because then over time they tried to really make him smaller and make him look like a more normal guy, and then during the X Factor series in the early 2000s, he just looked like a regular bald guy that was just a little bit buff. Now they built him up a little bit more, but this particular design for this character is my favorite, because also he absorbs impact and he takes it into his body. If he doesn't discharge it, it deforms him. So it's sort of part of his powers that he's sort of suffering and having to deal with, that he's sort of really deformed. That's what made this character so interesting, and sort of like he was very happy in nature, and sort of it's really tragic, the nature of his powers and how it affects his life. But he always seems to have this positive outlook. So let's get into X Factor 56. Basically what happens in this issue is, with the aftermath of the Muir Island saga, which actually inserted a lot of these characters into the mutant side of the Marvel universe. Like Strong Guy started to become pure and started to be more relevant during that particular saga. Multiple Man 2. So it's the whole aftermath of the Muir Island saga, and also Extinction Agenda. I had a little distraction there. And so X Factor 56, written by Peter David. And Larry Stromer's art is really good. At least it's different. It's very stylized. It's very his own thing, but it does work with these characters. I don't remember the first X Factor issue that I got with this particular lineup, but it was around this time, because I remember Larry's art. So we have Polaris, Strong Guy, and Multiple Man hanging out at the new X Factor headquarters in Washington, D.C. There's sort of a running gag in the whole story where they can't open a jar of mayonnaise, and none of the characters, each character is using their respective powers, and they can't do this. We cut to Havok in Genosha. He's being approached by Valerie Cooper to join the team. He's in Genosha and trying to help rebuild the country after everything that went down during the Extinction Agenda. During that story, Havok lost his memory, and he was working actually with the people that exploited and oppressed the mutants or something like that. It's been a real long time since I haven't read that story. But she gets Havok on board. There's a really weird relationship between Havok and Wolfsbane. She's like very possessive of Havok and very overprotective. And that also ties into the Extinction Agenda crossover, because they did something to her to make her that way. So she's like really obsessive with him. We have Quicksilver that for some reason his powers are killing him. He arrives looking for help to X Factor. One little interesting thing is Cyclops still has his X Factor costume. He hasn't transitioned to the Jim Lee look yet, but right around this time is when Jim Lee's X-Men #1 came out, so he's going to have that look change in his look. And Xavier tells Havok, look, the government wants to do something constructive. They want to do something good with X Factor. We got to work with them and make things better for mutants all around the world, well, especially in the United States, because X Factor actually is sanctioned in the United States. So in the final pages, we have all the team getting together. Valerie Cooper is the only one able to open the jar of mayonnaise, and we're going to start this series with sort of a filler issue because not much goes down. It sort of tells you what's the status quo, what's going to go down, sort of give you a couple of ideas where this series is going to go. But it's a real fun ride. And I said before, X Factor is a really good series. And so I'll see you guys next time. Hope you like this video. Bye.